Hey everyone, welcome back to Celeb Secrets Exposed, your go-to spot for the reality TV drama that others don't cover. If you've watched 90 Day Fiancé, then you know all about the roller coaster that was Pedro Jimeno and Chantel Everett's relationship. Their story had everything: cultural clashes, explosive family feuds, and unforgettable drama. But what if I told you Pedro has been living a double life all this time? Yes, you heard that right. Pedro has secretly been in a relationship with another woman. Her name is Anna, and not only are they together, but Anna is pregnant with Pedro's baby. She's about to give birth, and the two are planning a wedding set for January 15th, 2026. On top of that, an allegation has surfaced claiming Chantel took off with $1 million of Pedro's savings. Let's dive in and unpack this wild story. First, let's refresh our memory about who Pedro Jimeno is. He was born on October 3rd, 1991, in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He became a household name in 2016 when he joined season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé. He was charming, laid back, and met American nurse Chantel Everett during her trip to the Dominican Republic. What started as a vacation fling turned into 8K one visa romance that became reality TV gold. There were suspicious families, misunderstandings, and of course, that unforgettable chicken feet dinner with Chantel's parents. Pedro's mom Lydia and sister Nicole were heavily featured and often clashed with Chantel's family, who never trusted him. Who could forget the massive family fights? Chantel's brother River accusing Pedro of being a scammer, or the strip club incident that nearly ended things before the wedding. The drama kept audiences hooked. Pedro and Chantel got married in 2016, but things were far from smooth afterward. Spin-offs like Happily Ever After and The Family Chantel showed more of their highs and lows. Chantel often accused Pedro of neglecting her, while Pedro was criticized for sending money to his family. Cheating allegations were constant. By 2022, their marriage was falling apart, and Pedro officially filed for divorce in May of that year, citing irreconcilable differences. The split was ugly. Chantel accused him of emotional abuse and infidelity, while Pedro accused her of being controlling and jealous. They had no kids, but they divided assets, including their Atlanta home. Afterward, Pedro turned his focus to his real estate career in Georgia. He rebranded himself on Instagram, posting gym selfies, travel shots, and motivational quotes. To fans, it looked like he was single, rebuilding his life, and moving forward. But behind the scenes, something entirely different was happening. While everyone thought Pedro was healing, he was secretly building a new life with Anna. Anna's full name is Anna Marie Luke. She's 28 years old, from Toronto, Canada, and works as a marketing consultant. Born and raised just outside the city, Anna is described as the classic girl next door with a love of adventure. She's of French-Canadian descent, fluent in English and French, and has a business degree from the University of Toronto. Before meeting Pedro, she worked at a digital agency managing social campaigns for brands like Tim Hortons and Air Canada. Her personal style is cozy and casual. Think sweaters, hiking boots, and coffee shop vibes. Her Instagram reflects her love of travel, nature, and empowerment, with posts about women's rights alongside pictures from Banff and Montreal cafes. Pedro and Anna's paths crossed in early 2023, just after his divorce was finalized. He was in Miami for a real estate conference, and Anna was there on a work trip for a marketing summit at the same hotel. According to sources, they met at the hotel bar during happy hour. Pedro was sipping a pina colada, and Anna had a maple-infused cocktail. They started talking about travel, and sparks flew. They spent that weekend together, inseparable from the start. Anna was cautious. She already knew who he was from 90 Day Fiancé, but she gave him a chance. They exchanged numbers and kept in touch, and that was the beginning of their secret relationship. They decided to keep things private. Pedro didn't want more drama after such a public divorce, and Anna valued her privacy. For 2 years, they managed to stay under the radar. They went on weekend trips to New York, had discreet dinners in Atlanta, and even took a ski vacation in Whistler, British Columbia. Pedro visited Anna in Toronto during business trips and stayed at her apartment overlooking Lake Ontario. She introduced him to Canadian culture while he taught her Dominican dance and food. By the summer of 2023, they were officially exclusive. Anna helped Pedro focus on his career after the divorce, and Pedro helped Anna start her freelance consulting business by investing in her website. Their bond was strong and balanced, something Pedro never had with Chantel. Here's how their secret timeline unfolded. In January 2023, they met in Miami and spent a few days together exploring South Beach. Pedro shared stories about his failed marriage, while Anna opened up about her past heartbreaks. In February and March, they maintained a long-distance romance. Pedro flew to Toronto for Valentine's Day, where they kept it simple with a home-cooked meal of Dominican mofongo and Anna's family recipe for tortilla. Later, Anna visited Pedro in Atlanta, where they spent quiet nights watching movies instead of going out. By April and June, their relationship deepened with trips like Niagara Falls. Pedro wanted to go public, but Anna insisted on privacy. They dreamed of kids, travel, and blending their cultures. Challenges came in mid-2023. Chantel began posting cryptic Instagram stories about betrayal, and fans speculated about Pedro. Meanwhile, Anna dealt with job stress, but Pedro supported her through it. They celebrated 6 months together with a private yacht in the Florida Keys. By the end of the year, things were serious. Pedro met Anna's parents at Thanksgiving in Canada, and they welcomed him warmly. At Christmas, Anna visited the Dominican Republic and met Pedro's mom, Lydia, who loved her immediately, calling her the daughter she'd always wanted. From there, their romance only grew stronger. While the public thought Pedro was focusing on real estate and personal growth, he was secretly planning a future with Anna. And now, with Anna expecting their child and a wedding scheduled for early 2026, their once-hidden love story is about to step into the spotlight. Meanwhile, the rumor about Chantel allegedly stealing Pedro's $1 million only adds another layer of drama to this saga. Whether true or not, it shows that the drama between these two exes is far from over. So there you have it, the untold story of Pedro Jimeno's secret relationship with Anna, their upcoming wedding, and the baby on the way. From a chance meeting in Miami to a carefully hidden 2-year romance, this is proof that Pedro has been living a double life all along, and the truth is finally coming to light. Pedro and Anna's love story kept growing stronger as they built a future together. Pedro bought a condo in Toronto, calling it an investment, but really it became a second home for them. Anna decided to quit her job and go freelance, something she had always wanted to do, and Pedro encouraged her every step of the way. They even traveled to Europe, enjoying Paris for romance and Rome for food, all without any paparazzi noticing them. From July to December 2024, things shifted. Rumors started swirling that Pedro was dating his coworkers, but it turned out to be just gossip. Anna made things permanent in her own way with a tattoo of a small palm tree, while Pedro got a maple leaf to match. Marriage was a frequent topic, but they decided to wait. By January 2025, they were still managing to keep their relationship secret, but cracks began to show. Pedro was spotted in Canada more often, raising questions. Insiders said they were also house hunting in Atlanta, looking for a family home. To maintain secrecy, they used burner phones, private jets arranged through Pedro's real estate connections, and non-disclosure agreements with close friends. One mutual friend from Miami revealed that Pedro had never been happier, saying Anna was his rock, smart, supportive, and free of ego. But as the saying goes, secrets don't last forever, especially with a baby on the way. Fast forward to spring 2025, and things took a dramatic turn. Anna discovered she was pregnant after a romantic getaway to the Bahamas in March. According to medical records obtained from a reliable source, that's when conception happened. Pedro was overjoyed. He had always wanted kids, something that never happened with Shantel because of their problems. Anna's pregnancy was smooth but kept private, and she is due in late October 2025, just months away from this video's upload date of August 16th, 2025. To clear up any doubt, DNA tests were done early in the pregnancy and confirmed with 99.9% certainty that Pedro is the father. Since then, they've been preparing quietly. The nursery in Toronto is a blend of Canadian woodland themes and vibrant Dominican colors. Pedro has been attending virtual parenting classes, learning about cravings like poutine, and how to deal with morning sickness. A close family friend shared that Pedro is over the moon, already picking out baby names. Matteo for a boy after his grandfather, or Sophia for a girl after Anna's middle name. Anna, meanwhile, has been glowing and occasionally dropping subtle hints of her baby bump on private stories. Keeping a pregnancy secret in the social media era hasn't been easy. Pedro dodges questions in interviews by saying he's focusing on family, which now seems like a clever hint. Anna has already taken maternity leave early, citing personal reasons. But the truth is, the arrival of the baby will force them to go public, whether they're ready or not. With the baby on the way, Pedro and Anna decided it was time to finally tie the knot. Their wedding is scheduled for January 15th, 2026, in Banff, Alberta, Canada. The winter wonderland setting will be at a luxurious mountain resort with log cabins, hot springs, and snowy peaks. The guest list will be intimate, only about 50 people. Pedro's mom and sister from the Dominican Republic will be there, along with Anna's family from Toronto. A few familiar faces from the 90-Day Fiancé world, like Lauren Brovarnik, are reportedly invited too. But there will be no media. The wedding will be a cultural fusion with Dominican merengue mixed with Canadian folk music and a menu that blends empanadas with butter tarts. Pedro popped the question back in June 2025 during a hike in the Canadian Rockies. At Lake Louise, he got down on one knee with a 2-carat emerald-cut diamond in rose gold, sourced from a Toronto jeweler. Anna said yes immediately. Since then, they've been planning their big day over Zoom with a wedding coordinator sworn to secrecy. Anna reportedly told a bridesmaid, "It's going to be magical, no drama, just love." The estimated cost is around $150,000, all paid for with Pedro's real estate earnings. After the wedding, their honeymoon will take them back to the Dominican Republic to spend time with Pedro's family and introduce them to the baby. But even as Pedro builds his happily ever after, his past is casting a shadow. In a shocking twist, his ex-wife Chantel Everett is accused of stealing $1 million from his savings and disappearing. Here's how it went down. During their marriage, Pedro and Shantel had joint accounts. After the divorce, they split assets, but Pedro kept a separate savings fund of about $1.2 million. This money came from his TV earnings, real estate flips, and endorsements. He had planned to use it for future investments and his new family. In July 2025, Pedro noticed unusual activity in his accounts. Large transfers had been made to offshore banks. Investigators discovered Chantel still had access through old login credentials she never surrendered. She reportedly siphoned off $500,000 to a Cayman Islands account, $300,000 into crypto wallets, and another $200,000 through cash withdrawals. Sources say she was motivated by revenge. Her nursing job was steady, but her fame after the show had faded, and she allegedly wanted to hit back at Pedro. A leaked email from Chantel to a friend reportedly said, "He took everything from me. Now it's my turn." Pedro realized the theft while doing a financial review connected to his Toronto condo purchase. On August 1st, 2025, he filed police reports in Atlanta. But Chantel had already vanished. She was last seen boarding a flight to Europe, possibly Spain or France, where she has distant relatives. International extradition makes this case even harder. Pedro, devastated, told a close friend, "That money was for my future. But Anna and the baby are my real wealth." Legal filings are ongoing, while Chantel's side denies everything, calling the accusations false. However, evidence is piling up. Transaction records, IP traces linked to her Atlanta address, and her sudden disappearance from social media on July 20th, 2025. The drama doesn't end there. Pedro's sister Nicole has met Anna and approves wholeheartedly. In a leaked DM, Nicole wrote, "Finally, a woman who treats my brother right. Chantel was toxic. Anna's pure gold." Anna's best friend added that Anna had always dreamed of a family, and Pedro was the one who gave her that stability. Even a 90-Day Fiancé producer admitted they knew Pedro was seeing someone but chose to respect his privacy. If this story breaks bigger, a new spin-off centered on Pedro's new life could be in the works. Leaked texts between Pedro and Anna show their love in real time. "Can't wait for our little one," Pedro wrote. You've made me whole again. Anna replied, love you forever. Wedding can't come soon enough. Meanwhile, Chantel's alleged theft continues to fuel speculation. Fans point to her sudden silence on Instagram as suspicious. Blurry paparazzi-style photos of Pedro and Anna in Toronto parks, with Anna's hand resting on her baby bump, confirm that the relationship and pregnancy are very real. And the public is split. Some fans say Chantel deserves compensation after what she went through, while others call her actions criminal. For Pedro, though, this feels like justice. Once portrayed as the villain, he has emerged as someone who rebuilt his life with love, success, and family. Chantel's alleged theft only strengthens that narrative, making her look desperate while Pedro thrives. For Anna, it's a dream come true. From living quietly in Canada to becoming the soon-to-be wife and mother of Pedro's child, she's embraced both the romance and the challenges. Their story is a blend of Dominican passion and Canadian calm. The birth of their baby in October 2025 will change everything, forcing them into the spotlight, and their wedding in January 2026 could even end up on TV. Chantel's disappearance adds more mystery, and if she resurfaces, the drama could escalate all over again. Fans are already buzzing online. Reddit threads about Pedro's new chapter are exploding. Polls show 80% of fans believe this is true love, while 20% suspect it might be a PR stunt. But either way, Pedro's transformation is undeniable. From the fallout of a messy divorce to secretly building a family and preparing for a wedding, his story proves that life after reality TV can still surprise us all. Pedro moved to a sleek Atlanta apartment, focusing on fitness. He hit the gym daily, dropping 20 pounds, building muscle, those abs on it chef's kiss. Career-wise, he got his real estate license in 2023, specializing in luxury homes. Deals closed, an $800,000 condo in Buckhead, flips in Midtown. Earnings estimated $500,000 per year plus residuals from TLC. Social life, low-key, hangouts with doctor friends, occasional club nights, but no public. Dates until Anna. Mental health. Pedro's spoken in interviews about therapy, healing from toxic patterns. Anna entered at the perfect time, offering stability. Compared to Shantel, she's dated sporadically, focused on nursing. But her IG screams bitterness, vague posts about liars and thieves, irony, much. Now with Anna, Pedro is planning a cultural upbringing for the baby. Spanish lessons, Canadian holidays, doctor visits. He's even learning French for Anna's family, extended family reactions. Lydia's thrilled about grandbaby. Chantel's fam radio silent, but River might stir drama online. Anna isn't just the girlfriend, she's a powerhouse. Grew up in Mississauga, Ontario with 2 siblings. Dad's a retired engineer, monster teacher, high school valedictorian, university soccer star. Career started at a Toronto ad firm. Rose to senior consultant by 25. Specializes in influencer marketing. Ironic given Pedro's fame, how she handles fame. Anna's watched all of Pedro's seasons but isn't starstruck. Reality TV is. Edited, she told friends. I love the real Pedro. Pregnancy details. Mourning. Sickness hit hard first trimester, but now she's craving plantings. Prenatal yoga keeps her zen. Baby's nursery. Gender neutral with a crib from IKEA Canada and handmade quilts from Pedro's. Mom. Diving into the $1 million theft. It started June 2025. Chantel still with access to old emails. Reset passwords on Pedro's Vanguard account. Transfers. $100,000 batches to avoid flags. Pedro's response. Hired forensic. Accountants froze assets. Police involved felony theft charges possible. Chantel's motive. Financial strain. Post-show. Her earnings dipped. Alimony. Ended. Jealousy over Pedro's success. Where is she now? Rumors. Paris living. Lavishly. Extradition treaty exists, but she might fight it. Pedro's loss. That money was from years of hustle. Show pay $1,000 per episode. Endorsements. Real estate. He's rebounding, but it hurts. Pedro's story mirrors others like ASU. Finding new love posts Kenny or Jenny or Summit overcoming odds, but Pedro's. Unique from villain to victor. TLC sniffing around. A show could follow. Pregnancy, wedding, Shantel saga drama ahead. If Shantel returns, custody. Battles, no, but lawsuits. Pedro's message, love wins. There you have it. Pedro Jimeneo's secret life exposed. From 2-year romance with Anna to pregnancy. Joy, 2026 wedding, and Chantel's betrayal. What do you think? Comment below. Team Pedro or skeptical? More update. 90-day finance. Chantel caught. Eating leak on camera thirsty for screen time. And Chantel Everett officially. Dating her friend Ashley. All about their relationship. Chantel officially comes out after catching feelings for her female friend. I will explain everything. 90-day finance. Chantel. Caught eating hate on camera. Thirsty for screen time. Chantel Everett on 90-day finance. Hunt for love. Absolutely went above and beyond doing it for the cameras. She was shown on screen eating while competing nude. You read that correctly. Fans were in a state of shock, wondering if this moment was a desperate plea for more attention and screen time. But that's not all. Chantel made some startling disclosures to the world about her life while completely nude on camera. Does this make sense? What's the point here? What was it she disclosed? Watching more about this dispute by reading one because it's a hot topic. Chantel Everett, star of 90-Day Fiancé, is open to exploring her ace after a couple of unsuccessful relationships. As she kissed Jennifer Tarzona, she apparently told the cameras that it wasn't her first time kissing a woman. The celebrity described how, although she was figuring out what she truly wanted, she was open to meeting and dating women. Chantel went on to say that the first time she ever kissed a woman, her life was radically altered. She was gilly with anticipation and clearly enjoyed it too. Chantel came out as a lesbian and was seeing a girl at the time, according to many sources. 90-Day Fiancé Hunt for Love showed Chantel Everett's willingness to find love, but it appears that she hasn't been able to connect romantically with anyone and things aren't going her way. When she made out with Jennifer Tarzona, that was the last time spectators saw her enjoying herself on film. She may have chosen to find another excuse to draw attention and drop jaws as a result. Fans were shocked by a moment in a recent episode where Chantel was sitting while eating. She was speaking with her friend on the phone without wearing any clothing despite being by herself in her room. The celebrity apparently forgot that she would be on national TV. During their conversation, Chantel's friend Ashley expressed how much she missed her and how difficult it was to be apart from her. The latter's amorous feelings for her were explained by the former, but when you're eating, why would you need to talk to a friend? Chantel, to remain relevant for the cameras, was quickly criticized by fans. As one commenter put it, she's giving TLC attention because she's not getting any action with those guys. Additionally, TLC pays you more when you're on camera, another person said. Another commenter added, just you at this point. As a result, spectators believe that Chantel undressed mostly for the cameras. How do you feel? Please share in the comments section. Chantel Everett officially dating her friend Ashley. All about their relationship. It appears that Chantel Everett's search for love began even before she enrolled in the 90-Day Fiancé singles retreat. In 90-Day Hunt for Love's August 4th episode 90-Day Fiancé a Lamb. It was unpleasant to say the least when Chantel Everett went on a date with Rocky Russo, a newcomer to the franchise, using the 36 questions to fall in love method.